Hello everyone, good morning. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing fine. Okay, so for today's classes, we are going to learn on writing, English Form 4. At the end of the lesson, you should write an essay about write an account of event, any kind of event, either your holiday or you are going to watch movies or even you are going to watch your favorite singer concerts. Okay, any kind of event. Right. Before that, let us begin with the textbook, page 72. It was the third day of a marvelous holiday I was having on the island of Penang in Malaysia. The hotel was enormous, which meant the swimming pool was crowded every day. I had learned to get up early and save a sun longer by leaving my towel on it. After that, I was usually starving, so I enjoyed a delicious breakfast in the hotel restaurant. Later, I had go down to the pool and enjoy a swim. But on that day, as I approached the sun longer, I was astonished to see my towel on the floor and a teenage boy on the longer. I was furious, so I picked up my filthy towel, waved it at him, and said, "What's this?" He replied that it was a towel. I explained that it was my towel, and he just smiled and said, "Maybe the wine blew it off." This boy was driving me up the wall. I shouted so that everyone could hear. "It's very rude to steal someone's sun longer, you know." Then I turned around to leave. But as I turned, I slipped and fell into the pool. Everyone thought it was hilarious, especially the boy on the sun longer. I just wanted the ground to open up and swallow me. Alright, class. So, from this passage, from this text, it telling about the writers is having holiday at Penang in Malaysia. So we can see that the hotel is very big, right? And then the swimming was full by people every day. Okay, and then as we notice that the writers are having fun with his or her holiday, right? And he enjoyed being there. He enjoyed his holiday. Until one time at the next day, right? At the next day, he found that his towel is at floor. He getting mad. Okay, imagine who doesn't mad if your things is on the floor and it make your things become dirty, right? So this writer is very angry when he saw that his towel was at the floor. And then he asked, "What's this?" Means like he is asking why his towel is on the floor. What had happened? And then the boy said, "Maybe because of the wind blew it off." Alright? It can be because he is having holiday at the island of Penang. So maybe the day is a windy day. He doesn't notice that. So that's why his towel flew on the flew and fall at the floor. Alright? But the writer feels like the boy that he asked was driving his up the wall. That means that he was really angry, right? He's really mad, but he don't know how to say that he is very mad. And then he said that it's very rude to steal someone's sons longer. So He just assumed that the boy is stealing his thing, but we don't know the truth, right? But this is the experience, or no, this is the experience that the writers, that happened to the writers, okay? And then everyone thought that it was hilarious, especially the boy on the Sandlonger, okay? They feel funny with what had happened, alright? So, from these text, do you have any question that you are not understand, class? No? Okay, that's great. So, let us proceed with the activities.
Okay, now let us begin with the activities. A. Read the account and answer the questions. Number 1. When and where did the event take place? Alright, the answer for number 1 is it took place on the third day of the writer's holiday on the island of Penang in Malaysia. Question number 2. How did the writer feel during and at the end of the experience? The answer is during his or her experience, the writer felt furious. And at the end of his or her experience, the writer felt embarrassed. Continue. Question number 3. Which tenses does the writer use? The tenses that the writer use are the past simple, the past continuous, and the past perfect simple. Question number 4. Which linking words or phrases does the writer use? The linking words are and, after that, so, later, but, as, then. And the last question, number 5. How does the writer manage to make the account exciting? The writer using direct speech, exclamation marks, a variety of adjectives, and idioms expressing feelings. Exercise B. Read the account again and find words that mean in paragraph 1, in paragraph 2, and in paragraph 3. Let us start with in paragraph 1. A. Very nice. The adjective in text is marvelous. B. Very big. The adjective is enormous. C. Very hungry. The adjective is starving. And last one, very tasty. The adjective is delicious. In paragraph 2, A. Very surprised. The adjective is astonished. B. Very angry. The adjective is furious. And C. Very dirty. The adjective is filthy. And in the last paragraph, very funny. The adjective is hilarious. Last question. C. Replace the strong adjective in the sentences below with very and the adjective in the box. Number 1. We stayed at a tiny cottage in the woods. What the adjective to replace with tiny, class? Yes, very small. Number 2. I found the cruise down the river fascinating. The replace for fascinating, class? Yes, very interesting, clever. Number 3. Tina had forgotten to bring her gloves and her hands were freezing. What is the replacement for freezing? Yes, very cool. That's good. Number 4. We were exhausted after walking to the top of the hill. What is the adjective? Yes, very tired. Number 5. Mr. and Mrs. Wright were delighted to win a holiday to Thailand. What is the replace for delighted, class? Yes, very pleased. Good job. And the last question. We wanted to go swimming, but the weather was dreadful. What's the answer? Yes, very bad. That's good.
Alright, before we proceed with the AC, let us continue with idiom. What is an idiom? Idiom is commonly used expression whose meaning does not relate to the literal meaning of its word. Okay? Example, you drive me crazy. Okay. From the sentence, we'll be thinking that when a person drive, she's become crazy. That's not so. That is not the meaning. Alright, that is what we call idiom. Means you are making me feel means that you are you are making someone feel annoyed with you. Okay, so that is what mean you drive me crazy. Okay, so for more example to make you much clear, let us see at the next example. Number one, full of the joys of spring, meaning very happy. You are full of energy. You are very enthusiastic when you are doing something. Okay. B, to be afraid of one's own shadow. It doesn't mean that you are scared with your own shadow. It is mean that you are easily frightened or very nervous. Means when you need to do a speech at in front of many people, suddenly you feel very nervous. Okay? Number three, I could have sung through the floor. Means someone is telling a friend about an embarrassing situation they have been through before. Okay, uh, if example the sentences we can see that when you want to say that someone is telling a friend about an embarrassing situation that I've been through, you can see that you are telling someone your story, and then suddenly you feel embarrassed with them, with what have you story to them. Okay, and when you are feel so shy and you embrace with what you have story, you could say that I could have sung to the floor. Okay, it doesn't mean that you are going to sing in the floor. That is just an idiom. Okay, class. And the last one, it's a pain in the neck. Doesn't mean that you are having pain at your neck. Okay, it means that you are very annoying person. Okay, so for your understanding and to having a clearer picture, let us take a look through the exercises.
Alright, now let us begin with the exercise on idioms. Read the sentences below and decide what the idioms in bold express. Use the words in the box. Number 1. My heart was in my mouth when I say my dad fall off the ladder. Okay, class, as you can see, the word that bold is heart was in my mouth. What's the idioms that's suitable with questions number 1? Yes, fear, clever. Number 2. My sister always borrows my clothes and it drives me up the wall. Okay, I guess just now during our session, I have gave this clue. What's the answer? Yes, annoyance. Number 3. Eddie was over the moon when his parents bought him a new game console. Alright, I guess this is everyone will be like Eddie when getting something that we love, so obviously we'll be over the moon. Okay, class, what's the answer? Yes, happiness. Number 4. Harry nearly jumped out of his skin when he saw a big snake in the kitchen? Is it his skin the one who will jump off from his body? No. Okay, then what's the answer, class? Fear. Yes, because Harry Harry felt fear when he saw a big snake in the kitchen. That's good. Number 5. Oliver went red as a bit rude when his grandma gave him a kiss in front of his friends. Okay, do you know what is beetroot? Yes, the one that we eat. Okay, the one that we eat. Right, class. So what is the answer for number 5? Annoyance? No, the answer is embarrassment because Oliver cheeks turned red when his grandma gave him a kiss in front of his friend. I'm sure some of you will be shy when your parents or your grandparents kiss you in front of your friends. Okay, number 6. I fell on top of the world when I won the competition. Is he fell or what? No, he is happy. Yes. So the answer is happiness. Number 7. There is always a lot of traffic on Monday mornings. It's a pain in the neck. Yeah, this is also the same idiom that I gave at the notes. What's the answer? Annoyance. Correct. And the last one. I fell off my chair in the middle of my French class. I just wanted the ground to open up and swallow me. If you notice, class, these idioms are similar to my example in the notes. What's the answer? Correct, embarrassment. It shows that you understand well with my explanation on idiom. I hope you can apply it on your next writing or in your speaking.
Alright, now let us begin with essay that you need to be done. Alright, so write an essay about your experience in any kinds of event. Your essay must include phrases, directed speech, and idioms. Idioms is just not compulsory, it's up to you. But the most important is phrases and directed speech. Alright, so let us take a look at Yuga's essay. My best holiday took place this last summer when I traveled to Costa Rica, Central America for the first time. I went there with my sister and another friend. We chose this destination because of its reputation of being the happiest country in the world. It is absolutely true. It was wonderful, more than anyone could imagine. The diversity of wildlife was awesome. There were waterfalls, grasslands, and unknown places. The jungle combined with lots of beautiful white sand beaches. The food was really good too. It was very simple, with rice and vegetables for our everyday meals, but it tasted especially delicious right there, amongst nature and the animals. Alright, that is good for the first three paragraph. I can see that you are using the adjective and you have the phrases. Okay, the adjective that I can see here is beautiful, delicious, happiest, wonderful, absolutely true. And from this essay, we can see that actually you are trying to make other people, when read it, you make other people try to be at your place. That's good. So let us take a look at the next paragraph. We slept in very simple hostels every night, but with very friendly owners like all the other native people we met. Costa Ricans often answer the questions, "How are you?" with the expression, pura vida. The translation is pure life. That could mean cool or everything is fine. It makes real sense once you have been there. On our last trip day, I fell asleep on the plane and awoke when we arrived back in Spain. I remember that I turned to my sister and said to her, "That was the best holiday I have ever had." Wow, this is amazing, AC, and a good job in your writing, key students, because we can see that you are using the adjective that you know and that you have learned, right? You even included the directed speech, which you have learned last week. That's good. Which the directed speech. How are you? Okay, that was the best holiday I have ever had. So that was good. Your essay was completely already complete with what that I want in your essay. So, congratulations on your writing, and I hope that you can remember what we have learned for today's classes. And I thank to you because you are still remember with what I have taught you last week class, the directed speech, and in the previous class, which is the idioms, the phrases, the adjective. Okay, so I guess that's all for today's classes. Thank you for joining, and don't forget to comment down below. Bye.